Hello and welcome to today's episode. Today we're going to be looking at a problem statement. Our task is to write a function that takes two strings and returns a boolean value. The function will be checking if one sequence is a subsequence of the other. Now we've been given an example input which takes a string understand and a substring stand. Since understand is a substring of stand, since stand, is a substring of understand, the function will return true. If otherwise, the function will return false. So our task here is to implement a function that I've set out this platform here. So we can start by writing our function as def keyword def is subsequence, and let's call our parameter sub_str, and we can use str because it's a keyword in Python, so let's use super_str. Okay, this is the two arguments of our function. Now the first step, we want to check the length. We want to find out the length of these two strings. So we are going to use, let's put it in a variable small, and we're going to use our length function to find the length of the substring and put it in a variable called small, and we find the length of the larger string. Well, let's call it large, and we put in a variable called large. So super, and let's call it variable called large. So the next thing is to create a base case. Create a base case for R. And what would be the base case? I think looking at this problem statement, the base case, which is the simplest situation where it is true, is that an empty string is always a substring of any string. So we come here and say if small equals an empty string, then we should return true. Alright, so there's another case for which our solution will never work, and that is if the smaller string is bigger than the larger string. So it will never work. So we set that as if, let me make it uniform so that it's small. If small is greater than large, then return false. Return false. Now let's get into let me comment this and let's get into the logic. This is the logical part where we compare each character in our string. So first things first, let's initialize a variable j and initialize it and assign O to it. Then we can use a for loop to traverse the two strings for I in range of the length of the larger string, which is large. Notice that large there means the length of the larger string. So we check if the superstring which traverses in the variable I is equal to the substring we'll be using the variable J. Then what should we do? Then before we do anything, let's also check if we have got to the end of the substring, which will be the length of the substring, which is small minus 1. And if we've gotten to the end of the substring, we want to return that this condition here is true. So, but if we don't enter into, we have not gotten to the end of this substring, we increment J. Remember, plus equals means the same thing as J equal to J plus 1. Let me not end pep 8. So let me go here and move this so my code is well formatted. Finally, if we have gone through every possible solution and we find no solution, we return false. Alright, so right now we can see we have set our function. It's time to run our function and check if it works. So the first we're checking it on is lovely as against over. Remember, we said that should return false because the substring is longer than the string. Okay, let's try this. Wow. So you see the first outputted false because the substring is bigger than the string. Then mantled true and the rest false. Okay. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification button so that you can get videos anytime we post. Thank you and see you next time.